So, back for another VGC guide, and this time we're looking at Bronzong. Surely one of the best Trick Room setters in the format now, right? Like, we don't have P2 anymore. We don't have Dusclops anymore. People are defaulting to Armarouge, like, justifiably. Armarouge is brilliant, like S-tier Pokemon. But surely this is going to be a good Trick Room setter in the format as well, right? Because it's still got Steel Psychic typing, which is a brilliant typing. With Levitate, so it's immune to one of its weaknesses. And you can change your typing, so it's got no weaknesses whatsoever. Because electric typing with Levitate, no weaknesses at all. Sorted, right? Still very, very bulky to be able to set up the Trick Room. Still very slow to be able to get off some powerful enough gyro balls, even without any attack investment. Because you're investing into bulk so that you can get the body press iron defenses. It's still going to be able to do exactly what it wants to do in the previous generations. But slightly better, maybe, because you can Terror into electric and not be weak to the things you were previously. This still should be pretty good. I see no reason why this is not a good Trick Room Pokemon in the format. Like, Armarouge is there, obviously. That's probably going to be the go-to. But this is still going to be very good indeed. So, basically just bulking out to hit the bump with the defenses, because you are getting offense as well as defense from for the Iron Defense Body Press. So, basically just maximizing that while still having a bit of special defense. But you can just run slightly more split bulk as well. That is absolutely fine. Because here's a couple of other tricks that Bronzong has access to. Gets Nightshade now. Pretty sure it didn't get Nightshade previously. Apparently it gets Nightshade now. So you can just treat it as a Dusclops. Just invest nothing into any kind of offense, because you're just going to chip away with 50 HP each turn. And that's pretty consistent. It's also got Gravity back. Didn't have Gravity in the last generation. That was Move Tutor. Now it's got it back. Don't know why, but not really complaining, because I love Gravity. Gravnosis was definitely a thing back in previous formats as well. Like back in 2016, Gravity and Hypnosis on Bronzong was very, very common. That was mainly paired with Primal Groudon. Like, obviously that's brilliant with Precipice Blade, but pair this with, like, a Mudsdale. And then Mudsdale can just spam high horsepower without fear of Levitate. Sorted. Heatproof is probably a bit better on the Gravity version, because when you set Gravity, you're getting rid of your ability, so that's kind of anti-synergistic there. That's the word, isn't it? Anti-synergistic? I'm going with that. So Heatproof is slightly better, so that you can be resistant or back to neutral on the fire-type attacks as well, especially because Grass is probably the better typing on this, so that you can avoid any of the Amoonguss spores as well. And then you get to make use of Heatproof by being not weak to fire as well, while still being a Grass type. So basically, even in and out of Terra, you are still neutral to fire, which is pretty good. So this is still going to be a pretty reasonable moveset as well. Even if you don't have a ground-type Pokemon, definitely make use of the Gravity Hypnosis. It's bulky enough to be able to get enough turns to be able to get the setup going. And even if it's just Gravity for a Pokemon with Sing or Hypnosis next to you as well, that's going to be fine as well. So I see no reason why this wouldn't be a very good moveset in the format. Another recommendation, just going slightly off-center here, would be Banded Bronzong. Of course, not Choice Banded, Power Banded. Power Banded so you can reduce your speed in half, so that you can get extra powerful gyro balls. So getting to mostly 150 base power gyro balls every single time. It's going to have somewhat of a Tinkerton syndrome, where it's like, okay, the base stat attack isn't that high, like, it's fine. But then the base power of the attack coming off it makes up for it. So, pretty sure that this gyro ball is going to be stronger than a Tinkerton's Gigaton Hammer, because you've got a bit more attack than Tinkerton would have, or at least the one that I recommended, because I remember I had 121 attack actual on my Tinkerton, so 155 with 10 theoretically less base power would be stronger than Tinkerton's Gigaton Hammer. So just basically going all out on the offense here. Bulldoze could be a potential thing to activate a weakness policy next to yourself, eyeing up Torkoal, because with Power Band you would then underspeed Torkoal, so that you could weakness policy your own Torkoal and get the weakness policy activated, and that's even stronger than Choice Specs, so that would be pretty nice. And apparently it gets Helping Hand now as well. Helping Hand's always good in our Trick Room setter. That doesn't tend to do much damage itself. Obviously the Gyro Ball will, when you are paired with Power Band, but Helping Hand is always a great move to have on one of your support Pokemon. So that's just another move that I would mention on Bronzong, because apparently it has hands now. But I see no reason why this wouldn't be a solid Trick Room setter in this format. It does have to contend with Armarouge and a few others as well, but this has surely got to be up there when it comes to setting Trick Room.